This is Aldine, the punk rock farmer. I've been having a lot of fun with this so far and looking forward to more to come. Today I'm talking with Jim Ruff on his upcoming workshop on garden planning and design, and we met where else? In his own garden in the heart of Salt Lake City.
Well, the first thing I always tell people is they have to figure out what type of garden they want. And to do that, they have to know why they're gardening. They could be gardening for food production. They could be gardening for cost efficiency. They could be gardening because they care about their environmental footprint. They could be gardening because they want to get kids out there with their hands in the earth. Or they might care about biodiversity. And, there's not a perfect garden for all of those things. So they have to decide what their priorities are and what they're interested in.
Okay, so what's next when you look out your back door?
Well, what's next is trying to find the spot that you have access to that's the best place to start. And so there you're looking for, where do I have the best sun appropriate for those things that I want to grow? Where, if I have choices, is the best soil in my yard, in my community garden, in my kind of apartment complex? Where is that spot that's slightly better than the others? Because, we can't start everywhere. If we're starting a garden, we just want to pick the right spot at the beginning.
So everybody's going to have some kind of something that's going to gauge exactly what they're doing in their garden or what they should try to do in their garden.
Right. I mean, a garden is a personal thing, right? People oftentimes will be like, help me plan my garden. I'm like, I can't plan your garden, but with your input, we can come to something that I think you'll be happy with.
So is there some sort of a sunny side of the street?
Oh, absolutely, right. So where you're gardening, you just really want to make sure it has open access to that good southern light, right? Most of your sunlight's going to be coming from the south, and it could be your backyard, it could be your front yard, but you really need to find those locations that have ample sunlight. And the trick with sunlight is it changes throughout the year. Things that are blocking the sun at one type of year may not be blocking it later. So if you're depending on a little bit of shade for those plants that like it a little cooler, and then the next thing you know, the sun's in the middle of the top of the sky, you just lost that barrier. So how are those objects that influence the sun going to change? Trees put on leaves. Trees lose leaves. These things end up having profound effects on your garden, and you may actually not be able to quite tell just by stepping outside in March where that optimal position is.
So that was Jim Ruff, and you can find out more from him by attending Wasatch Community Gardens workshop on March 21st. More info on krcl.org. Jim was a really funny guy, and he had this to say about why gardening is punk rock.
Well, first of all, you got different plants with different needs, and they might clash. If you leave fruit on the vine too long, it might go rancid. You can try, to fix a problem and have no effects, and in the end, we're all just hoping for a green day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. This is Aldine, the punk rock farmer, turning all our thumbs a little greener on your community connection, 90.9 FM, KRCL.